All right, here we go, folks. So welcome to Sightreading Maverick. This is a thing I started, I don't know how long ago, probably 6 weeks ago. Basically, I just sight read things for an hour. And sometimes I do better than other times. It just depends on how the stars are aligned and my brain is aligned. But this has been a really great opportunity for me to be exposed to some fantastic music that I haven't heard about or known. There is so much piano music out there. My other goal in doing this is just to encourage people to be motivated to improve their sight reading skills, because not only is it fun, but it's a really good tool to be able to discover music on your own that eventually you might want to share with others and perform. So I do talk a little bit about my process as I go, not a whole lot, but some. I want to encourage you to feel free to ask questions in the chat box. If you click on the link to this event in Facebook, there should be a chat box that pops up, so you can follow along there. So that's where we are. So without further ado, I am going to start. And today's first selection, oh, I should also add, there are links to the pieces in the description of this event. Okay, first piece, a set by Cécile Chaminade, French composer, female, and it was requested that I do numbers 1 and 4. So number 1 is, I think the title is Souvenance. It's hard to tell what's the title. Yeah, I think it's Souvenance. 2 sharps, so it looks like it's going to be B minor, 3/8 Andantino. Mostly 16th notes being the fastest note value. It's never too dense in terms of that. In the hands, usually one hand is more complicated than the other. What else? There's no strange rhythms per se. There's a lot of dum, bum, 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 bum. So I need to latch onto that. Oh, I forgot about the dog. Hopefully he'll be quiet today. So on Andantino, we don't want it to be too fast. What an absolutely wonderful piece to start out with. So I'm so glad. I actually have played a lot of Chaminade's music, but this one is new to me. So wonderful request. All right. So that was the first of this set. And then Louis also recommended the fourth one. Oh dear. I'm not sure okay. It doesn't say the numbers on it, so I have to flip. Okay, so, yeah, okay, that was 1, 2, 3, 4 is, oh, right. The egglog. I have this thing for egglogs, all pieces with names similar to that. All right, 6 flats, which, oh my gosh, that's hilarious because the last time I did my Sightreading Maverick, like every piece had 6 flats. So it looks like we're dealing with G flat major, moderato, which is lovely. A little denser texture. Right hand seems to bear most of the melody. Fastest note value, there are some 16th notes, but they're all in the context of 8th and 2/16. So bum ba da dum, bum ba da dum. And then we have more 16ths here. So, but it's just an arpeggio. That should be okay. I'm seeing some funny grace note things in 8 VA. That kind of sometimes freaks me out. So, strategy. There's some ledger lines, so I'm going to probably try to focus on the bottom note, which is not a ledger line. We'll see how that fares. Okay, let's give it a go. It doesn't seem to change key signature. Nope. All right. And I'm always really focusing on the bass note, but I'm also focusing on wherever the melody is. So I'm always trying to look ahead and figure out which hand has the melody so that I can at least bring that out. You want something for the audience and myself to grab onto. Oh, there's also triplet figure here. And that can also really dictate the tempo you want. So an eclogue is always very pastoral. You don't want it to go too fast. 2, 3. beautiful too. I love Chaminade. So, oh, my husband's clapping. That's a good sign. Yeah, her music is just beautiful, and these are. She has a lot of different levels of difficulty in her music, so it's really good for students. Yeah, and just very accessible and lovely. So, fantastic. And that leads me to the person that requested the Chaminade. It's Louis Sauter. I will someday get your name correct. I'm so sorry. And he sent in his Vagabondages. And he requested number 3 and number 5. Number 3 is called Valencia, La Cañada. It's a serenade. 2-4, it looks like the left hand has a repeated pattern rhythmically, and a lot of the notes are the same. Just an octave, and then every once in a while it changes. So that means I can really focus on the melody in the right hand and to make that as singing as possible. It's in A minor. Actually, forget that, it's in E minor. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, very straightforward. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Especially because of this pattern in the left hand. To me, that just sounds very Spanish, so that's what I'm going to go for. 2, 1, 2. I love sight reading pieces that aren't overwhelming. I think it's important for us to push ourselves sometimes, but also it's really good to choose pieces that are very straightforward so that we can focus on things like being as super musical as possible, playing and sight reading in a relaxed state to make sure your muscles and that type of thing are comfortable. So that was really a joy to do. He also requested number 5, which is Paris, the college, the Franco-British college. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is really short. 3/4 C major. You've got some triplets in there. Oh, okay. I see what he's doing. I think we have some anthems in here, so that's good. I don't know if there was one in the last one too, but anyway, obviously there is in this one. So we want it to be ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. Changes meter a couple times, but pretty straightforward. Very homophonic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. mysterious ending. Yeah, that's very different. It makes me wonder if he has not such a good feeling about the school. I don't really know. Just joking. I don't know. He can tell us because he's often watching these. All right, so thank you for that. And again, the link is up in the description, and those were the Vagabondages. All right, the next request for today is from a student that I've worked with at Radford, and he requested the first of the Fauré Nocturnes. Now, Fauré can freak me out. Actually, most French music can freak me out, especially when it comes to sight reading, because their harmonies are different and not necessarily harmonies that I can always predict. So we'll see what happens here. It is lento, so I've got that going for me. And guess how many flats we have? 6. Oh my gosh. And I wanted to make sure no one's asked anything. Nope. What I don't get is that, like, there's this first page, and then it looks like it keeps going. So I don't totally understand that. And it looks like it gets really hard, so I have no idea what's going to happen. So the beginning is straightforward again, 6 flats, it's lento, it's in 3/4. The melody's in the right hand. Then you turn the page, and then you've got these sextuplets. So I think that's probably going to be a pretty good tempo. It almost looks like variations, to tell you the truth. The third page is different. Then all of a sudden you've got hands crossed. And what I notice is that the hands are actually doubling each other. But one is syncopated. Then you turn the page again, and then you get back to this more funereal thing. Goes back to hand crossings. Then you have something totally different. So it's kind of a dense texture. So my strategy there, because there's a lot of 16ths in the left hand, will be to really focus on the bass notes. Then you get 32nd notes. But it looks like it's very scalar and arpeggio E. Back to 16th notes. It's pretty long. So, all right, we're just going to try it. Hang in there. It really doesn't change key, which is interesting. Oh, it actually gives a tempo indication, which is 52 to the quarter note. Not that I have to do that. Ooh, that's fast. Yada da da da. I'm going to base the tempo based on those 32nd notes. Yada da da. Okay, so the middle of that was really, really, really scary. But when I get into like the woods in a piece that I'm sight reading, what do I tell myself? Well, first of all, I try to laugh, as you probably saw. And then I try to just reduce things down so that I can get my bearings again. Because this is in 6 flats especially, it feels precarious in the keys. So it was really important for me to just keep pushing, simplifying and pushing so that I could keep going and get through it. So, and I mean, I think it's worth it. I would hate to quit in the middle of it. There may be points and times when I have to do that, but I didn't totally get to that point. So that's good. Okay, the next piece on the program is, I discovered this. On IMSLP, I'm working through finding music written by women that are available on IMSLP. Stay tuned to find out more about that project. But anyway, I'm finding lots of great music, and I want to try playing them here to test them out. This one is by a composer by the name of Thrine, Schenk, and I wish I can remember what country she's from. But these are her 6 lyric pieces. I'm going to go ahead and start with this first one. It's an impromptu Andantino G major. 16th notes. Oh, we have a whole passage of dotted 8/16ths. So I don't want it to go too slowly. I have no idea what to expect with this. to say that wasn't exactly my favorite. I don't know. It was cute. Let's see if we can find another one just to see her style. Okay, yeah, I am not doing an etude. And there's a Brutus slot. I have no idea what that means. Brutus slot. I don't know. So I think we're gonna go for. No. We're gonna go for the Minuet, which is the next one in the album. So again, this is by Thrine Schenk, a woman from somewhere some time ago. Most women I'm finding that had music published, or they were alive between the turn of late 1800s, beginning of 1900s. So she's probably from around that time. So here's a Minuet. It's in 3/4. It's in B flat. Oh, I really should look through it. It does not change key. 1, 2. Okay, to me, hi Anna. To me, that sounds like she must be a Nordic of some sort. That sounds very folksy to me, and that very Northern European folksy style. So I'm not sure I'm real fond of her writing, but it's cute. I don't know that I would perform it in like a solo program, but it might fit in somewhere. All right, the next piece, this was a request, and this is Franz Liszt's Vier, kleine Klavierstücke. Okay, so just like French music, like Fauré, Liszt also sort of terrifies me, but this looks a little bit more straightforward. So we'll give it a whirl. He said the first two. The first one is in 3/4. It's very slow, yay. The key, kind of hard to tell. It actually looks more like C major at the beginning, but there's 4 sharps. So I think it's going to end up in E major eventually. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's in C. Just joking. Right hand has the melody throughout, and the left hand just has some highlighting chords. This should be quite straightforward. I shouldn't say that. I should say it looks really hard. What I expect from Liszt. Very, very interesting. I'd be curious to know what part of his life he wrote that in, because, I don't know, it just doesn't strike me as nearly as dense and ornate and complicated as he tends to be. All right, so the second one is in a flat major. Not too thick, but it's thicker certainly than that last one. The right hand has tons of this syncopated rhythm. And the right hand melody seems to soar above it. Looks like the right hand takes that syncopated thing a little bit, and then you've got some arpeggios, which is very Liszt, with the melody. Two, three. so that struck me as being much more what I expect from Liszt. Very interesting. And there's two other pieces in this set that are both slow. So I need to look into what the origins of that set are. Very unique. All right, here's another thing that I discovered recently. These are by a composer by the name of Delphine von Schauroth. Schauroth? Not quite sure how to pronounce that. Just kind of looking to see how difficult they are. So we'll try some of these at least. Let's try the first one. This is, it doesn't really have a name. It's just number 1 from Opus 18. And it's an E major, 16th notes. Excuse me. It's in 4 beats per measure. A lot of varied stuff, really. It's a little bit on the thicker side and more complicated. I'm going to base the tempo on the 16th notes. Okay, a little slower. 1, 2, 3. Is exciting. New composer for me, Delphine von Schauroth, something like that. Really lovely, accessible, straightforward. And there's a whole bunch in here. So I should probably do one more. Which one should I do? Okay, we're going to do one that's fiery and fast, just to challenge me. It should be very interesting since my eyes are starting to like fade out. All right, so in this one, it's E minor. I love E minor, which is partly why I picked it. And what I'm going to try to do, because it's a kind of Mendelssohnian, it's just a lot of arpeggios in the middle part, but then you've got this bass and this melody. So I'm definitely going to try to focus on the bass and the melody and see what happens, but I really want to try to capture the spirit of what I'm guessing the piece is like. So I get a sense of that other side of her writing. And I'm kind of looking ahead to make sure I'm not too caught off guard, like the ending thing, there's a big flourish. But I'm just going to do an E minor arpeggio. We'll just see what happens. 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, that was loads of fun, and I do think that those are some pieces that I would be interested in pursuing down in the future sometime. Oh, oh, no. Huh. So, but I do want to try one last composer, I think, for today. And this composer is Polish, and her name is Jadwiga Sarnecka. I'm not really sure how to say that. I can't remember what else I found of hers in IMSLP, but it looked really intriguing, and I listened to some of her music on Spotify. So there's a whole album, somebody Polish has recorded a whole album of her work. So this is her first of the 4 impressions, Opus 12, Jadwiga Sarnecka, a Polish female composer. This first one is in E major, molto espressivo. I always love molto espressivo things. It's only 1 page. There is a repeat, so I may go ahead and repeat it. Oh, I remember something I read about her is that she was really kind of ostracized from the musical community. People found her music too dark. So we'll see if that is true with this. So 16th notes. 16th notes in the left hand entirely, and then the right hand has a melody. slightly trippy. I think there are a couple mistakes in the part A. Maybe not. But the other thing is they're really long measures, and because it's slow and there's lots of accidentals, it's hard to remember what the accidentals are. So that kind of threw me off. Okay, I think, oh my gosh, these are harder. Holy moly. What time is it? Okay, oh. Okay, we're gonna try this last one. It's in D flat major, so all 5 flats. It's March Gentillo. Oh, lots of, what? Ah, okay. I thought there were syncopations, but they're not. There are here. All right, for time, I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. We'll see. Her harmonic language is a little different, so this may be pretty bizarre. Mostly 8th notes. Okay, I don't really know what that one was all about. So I don't know if I'm that big a fan of those particular pieces by Jadwiga Sarnecka. She has some other pieces in there, so I'll probably take a look at those. I wanted to go ahead and read another one because that was kind of, I don't know, not real great. Enter. Oh, wait a sec. I'm so confused. Okay, I found some more pieces by her, but I don't think I want to read another one of hers right now. Is that really bad? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to read another Chaminade, I think, to close out, because I really love her music. So let's see if I can find one quickly. wish the iPad was a little faster at turning pages, but whatever. Oh, okay, we're gonna do the chanson breton, and I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just glancing, but who knows what it is. Kind of sounds like a sailing song or something. Much better ending. All right, that is it for today. I'm really thankful that some folks joined me. So come back next Sunday for another sight reading Maverick. And if you have any requests or if you know of any pieces on IMSLP that would be good for these programs, let me know. Just send me links. All right, take care, everybody.